Good afternoon and welcome to the first edition of The World Today. It is a Southwest Network program of Radio Nigeria, but a zonal station comprising news, feature, and sport. On the lineup today, protest rocks PDP National Secretariat. Police deploys tactical team to Anambra ahead of election. On the foreign scene, Tanzania swears in president. Iran to resume nuclear talks with US. Heart of the matter today is on food conservation as dry season approaches. Feature is on the chameleon. My name is Dayo Adenuga, and reading with me is
Olubukola Enimola. Good afternoon. You can also listen to us on live stream via www.radionigeriaibadan.gov.ng or watch us live on Facebook at Premier FM 93.5. Nigeria requires collective effort to make her great. Contribute your quota today. And now the news in full. A protest has erupted at the National Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Wadata Plaza in Abuja, as supporters of the factional acting national chairman of the party, Muhammad Abdurrahman, stormed the premises. The group, chanting solidarity songs, demanded that the National Working Committee, NWC, led by Umar Damagum, vacate the headquarters immediately. Report says Muhammad Abdurrahman was named the acting national chairman of the party last week as the leadership crisis threatening the party worsened with the suspension of the party's national secretary, Senator Samuel Ayawu, and the legal advisor, Kamaldeen Ajibade, for a period of 1 month. According to the report, the faction loyal to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Nyesom Wike, had converged on a separate venue in Abuja and announced the suspension of the Damagum-led NWC. The protesters, who accused the Damagum-led leadership of mismanaging party affairs, vowed to reclaim control of the secretariat for the Abdurrahman-led faction.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has expressed readiness to conduct the Anambra State governorship election scheduled for this Saturday. INEC Chairman Professor Joash Amukbitan gave the assurance in Oka, the state capital, after inspecting the office of the commission. He said the election will be peaceful, transparent, and credible, urging stakeholders to work together to ensure a seamless process. Professor Amukbitan noted that a peaceful accord will be signed by the political parties and governorship candidates today. In a remark, the resident electoral commissioner Rec 4, Anambra State, Mrs. Elizabeth Agu, confirmed that all non-sensitive materials had been distributed to the 21 local government areas of the state.
The police headquarters Abuja has deployed its tactical teams with helicopters and drones as part of measures to ensure safety and hitch-free governorship election on the 8th of this month in Anambra State. The police public relations officer in the state, Mr. Tochukwu Ikenga, disclosed this in a statement in Oka, the state capital. He said the deployment approved by the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kayode Egbetokun, is in line with the police strategic operational plan to reinforce local formations with additional manpower and advanced technical support. Receiving the tactical teams in Oka, the Commissioner of Police in the state, Mr. Ikoye Orutogo, expressed appreciation to the Inspector General of Police for his unwavering support and commitment to ensuring the safety of lives and property in the state. The Nigerian Police Force, or your state commanders, dismantled a group of 6 suspected armed criminals in Ikoyi Orile local government area. In a statement by the Command Public Relations Officer Adewale Oshifeso, the suspects were known for armed robbery, kidnapping, and violent offenses that terrorized the Ikoyi community. Mr. Oshifeso said the key members of the gang were arrested at Igo Awe Forest near Iboron village. According to the PPRO, one AK-47 rifle with 15 rounds of ammunition, 2 mobile phones, 4 empty AK-47 magazines, 1 Nigerian Army jungle hat, 1 Army life jacket, and a pair of Army uniforms were found with them. Mr. Oshifeso further encouraged members of the public to report suspicious activities, report promptly to the police so as to curtail crime at any time.
The Senior Special Assistant to President Bola Tinubu on Media and Publicity, Mr. Temitope Ajayi, has dismissed a report claiming that the president is scheduled to visit the United States tomorrow for a meeting with United States Vice President J.D. Vance. Mr. Ajayi, in a post via his official X handle, describes the report as false and misleading, saying it has fueled unnecessary speculations. He added that if President Tinubu were to visit the White House, he would be meeting with President Donald Trump, not the Vice President. In response to the growing controversy, the president over the weekend denied any claims of a Christian genocide, reaffirming that Nigeria remained a democracy committed to religious freedom and equality for all citizens.
At the maiden edition of the 2-day Southwest Stakeholders Dialogue Summit, led in Akure, the Ondo State capital, participants have called for renewed commitment, purposeful leadership, unity, and collective support for government policies. Our correspondent Isaac Afolabi reports that the event brought together top officials, government officials, Afenifere elders, traditional rulers, youth representatives, and other key stakeholders from across the southwestern states. His report.
Maiden edition of the 2-day Southwest Stakeholders Dialogue has ended with a renewed call for purposeful leadership, unity, and collective support for government policies and development initiatives across the region. The event brought together top government functionaries, Afenifere elders, youths, and traditional rulers. The summit provided a platform for critical discussions on how to make the Southwest more economically vibrant and supportive of national growth efforts. Speaking at the technical session, the Minister of Solid Minerals, Dr. Dele Alake, urged traditional leaders to distance themselves from illegal mining activities and rather support government efforts aimed at expanding the solid minerals sector to boost Nigeria's economy.
Can I go to China and go to a village in China and start digging? Without our own local connivance, no foreigner can come.
In a remark, the governor of Osun State, Senator Ademola Adeleke, represented by his deputy, Prince Kola Adeusi, emphasized the need for unity and regional development that transcends partisan politics.
We should not allow party politics to destroy the Yoruba nation that we are talking about.
Also speaking, the Deji of Akure Kingdom, Oba Alade Toyinbo Alade Lucy, commended the organizers for the initiative and challenged Southwest governors to work together in designing a common roadmap for the regional socio-economic transformation.
We have everything, the mineral resources, they are all here. But if we are not together, we won't be able to have it done. So now, this dialogue will bring together all of us, the youth, the elders, to benefit.
The monarch noted that with unity and proper coordination, the Southwest had the human and natural resources required to achieve sustainable development. Other stakeholders who spoke at the event called for immediate follow-up and implementation of the key resolutions reached during the 2 days dialogue. Dignitaries present at the closing session included the host governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, former Ondo State Governor, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, and Ekiti State Governor, Biodun Oyebanji, represented by the Speaker of the Ekiti State House of Assembly, Mr. Adeoye Aribasoye, among others. In Akure, Isaac Afolabi, Radio Nigeria.
The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, has supported thousands of undergraduates across the country in meeting their tuition and upkeep need, ensuring that no determined student is denied access to education because of financial constraints since its introduction in May last year. In this special report, Radio Nigeria correspondent Oreoluwa Yakubu takes a look at the impact of the scheme on students and parents in Akure South local government area of Ondo State and their experiences with the application process.
Student Loan Initiative (NELFund) was launched on 24 May 2024 during the administration of President Bola Tinubu. It seeks to empower students by removing financial barriers and making tertiary education more accessible regardless of their backgrounds. From available records as of May 2025, marking 1 year of operation, more than 77 billion naira had been disbursed for tuition and upkeep for 396,252 students across 210 tertiary institutions nationwide. To understand why some students have yet to apply for the loan, Radio Nigeria spoke with few of them to identify the challenges influencing their decisions. A student of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Okoko, Ms. Islamia Adigboyega, said she was aware of the scheme but could not apply due to a lack of adequate information. Another student from Bamidele Olomiluwa University, Ikere Ekiti, Ms. Adebola Oluwanifemi, explained that she faced technical difficulties while uploading her documents on the application portal.
I didn't get a proper enlightenment from anyone. I faced technical issues when I want to apply. I was unable to upload my document. That's why I didn't bother myself to apply again.
Mr. Felemo Jonathan, also of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, said his own application was not approved because of an issue with his National Identification Number (NIN), but however expressed the hope he would soon benefit from the program.
I applied for the NELFund loan, but I was not given due to the fact that my NIN had issue.
For Mr. Kingsley Johnson, a 300 level student, the fear of repaying the loan in the future discouraged him from applying.
I am scared of collecting a loan and struggling to pay back after school. That is why I didn't apply.
Making some clarifications during a media briefing to mark the first anniversary of the scheme, the managing director, Nigeria Education Loan Fund, Mr. Akintunde Soya, explained that beneficiaries would only begin repayments when they secure employment after completing their National Youth Service Corps (NYSC). On fears that some beneficiaries might default because of unemployment, Mr. Soya disclosed that plans were underway to develop a job portal to help graduates access employment opportunities easily. He said the portal will compile job openings from both private and public sectors, including international companies recruiting Nigeria, so that loan beneficiaries could have first-hand access to available vacancies. The managing director added that the fund was refining its operational model and investing in data systems to reach more students. Making further clarification, the executive director, operations, NELFund, Mr. Mustafa Iyal, gave an overview of the application process, explaining that the timeline from verification to payment takes about 30 days. Mr. Iyal revealed that 10 institutions had been denied access to the fund due to abnormal increases in tuition fees. On projections, he stated that NELFund had already received over 3 million applications and hoped to reach an additional 1 million students soon. A beneficiary of the loan scheme, who is a student of Bamidele Olomiluwa University, Ikere Ekiti, Ms. Isheoluwa Olaniyi, told Radio Nigeria she was grateful for the support. Ms. Olaniyi explained that the fund enabled her to pay tuition with ease, while the 20,000 upkeep allowance had made life more comfortable on campus.
It was a great opportunity for us to help us pay our school fees with ease, and I was more grateful for the upkeep because it helped to settle my financial needs.
A parent who spoke with Radio Nigeria in Akure, Mrs. Bola Agunla, appreciated the NELFund program but asked that government prevail on the school authorities to return the fees already paid before the loan was disbursed to the students.
We, the parents, we really appreciate for this NELFund money by President Tinubu. It's a very good project. So we're appealing to the government to please intervene on the refunding of the money that we have paid for our children's school fees.
Some other students who are yet to benefit from the scheme also commended President Bola Tinubu's administration for the initiative, but however appealed for a smoother application process so that more students could benefit from the loan. I am Oreoluwa Yakubu, reporting from Akure.
The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has announced an extension of the 2025 admissions deadline for public universities across Nigeria from October 31st to November 17th, that is, this month. A statement posted on JAMB's official X handle notes that the decision was taken following emerging circumstances to give institutions more time to complete their admission processes. The board recalled that the 2025 policy meeting on the admissions held on the 18th of July this year and chaired by the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Alausa, had earlier fixed October 31st this year as the deadline for all public universities to conclude admissions.
Nigerians have been urged to abide by the commandments and principles of God to attain a better nation. The Reverend Canon Busayo Famuyiwa made the call in his sermon during the Osun State NUJ 2025 Press Week Thanksgiving service held at St. Paul's Anglican Church, Ilase in Obokun local government area of the state. The Reverend Canon Famuyiwa stressed the need for everyone to exhibit principles including obedience to God's word, faith in God, follow God's covenant, and work with God. The cleric prayed for God's guidance and protection upon members of the Fourth Estate of the realm. Meanwhile, Senator representing Osun East Senatorial District, Senator Adinigba Fadaunsi, urged journalists to ensure balance in their reportage and hold political office holders accountable for their services to members of the public.
The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has forecast dust, haze and thunderstorms across various parts of the country from today to Wednesday, warning citizens to stay alert and take safety precautions. They are over Katsina, Kano, Jigawa, Yobe, Borno and parts of Kaduna states today, with sunny conditions expected in other northern areas. According to the agency, the forecast indicated late morning thunderstorms over parts of Ogun, Cross River, Akwa Ibom and Lagos states, with moderate rainfall likely in some southwestern and southeastern states by evening. It envisaged isolated thunderstorms with moderate rains later today over Ondo, Ogun, Edo, Ekiti, Osun, Abia, Imo, Ebonyi, Enugu, Anambra, Lagos, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Rivers, Bayelsa, and Delta states. For tomorrow, NIMET predicted a sunny and hazy atmosphere over the northern region, while isolated thunderstorms are anticipated over southern Taraba during the afternoon and evening hours. On Wednesday, NIMET forecast sunny skies over the northern region and sunny conditions with patches of clouds across the central region throughout the day, with thunderstorms developing later in some areas.
The Managing Director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation NRC, Kayode Okpeifa, has attributed yesterday's Warri Itakpe train derailment to vandalism along the rail tracks. Mr. Okpeifa, who disclosed this to newsmen, explained that the accident occurred despite recent maintenance work on the security measures along the corridor. He revealed that the section of the line had been shut down 2 months earlier to address safety and security concerns, during which extensive repairs were carried out. Mr. Okpeifa explained that the derailment was caused by the removal of 4 fish plates and flat iron pieces used to join rail tracks. And according to Mr. Okpeifa, the train had safely passed the same route earlier from Onyewu to Itakpe via Agbo, indicating that the removed components were likely tampered with after that movement. He confirmed all 446 passengers were accounted for and safely returned to Agbo. This is the world today, the stories that made headlines. Protest rocked PDP National Secretariat. Police deploys a tactical team to Anambra ahead of election. Still to come, Tanzania swears in president, plus Iran to resume nuclear talks with US. Stay with us, don't go away.
Thank you for staying tuned. You're still onto the world today, reaching you on the Southwest Network of Radio Nigeria. And from the foreign scene, the newly elected Tanzanian President Samia Hassan has been sworn into office for the second term, despite the main opposition party, Chadema, which was barred from running, rejected the results. The Electoral Commission said Hassan won 98% of the votes. She was inaugurated as president with internet blackouts still in place after election protests in which the opposition says hundreds were killed by security forces. It has called for fresh elections, saying it last Wednesday's vote was a sham.
Iran is to resume talks with the United States over its nuclear program. Iran is prepared to engage in indirect negotiations with Washington if the U.S. chooses to talk from an equal position based on mutual interest. Tehran's top diplomat said conditions set by the U.S. for talks to resume include an emphasis on direct negotiations, zero uranium enrichment, and limits to Iran's missile stocks and its support for regional allies are illogical and unfair.
In today's Out of the Matter, Fumilola Obagbayegun of our Current Affairs Unit writes on food conservation as the dry season approaches.
The right to food is a fundamental human right that can be achieved. In 2021, about 1.2 billion people are considered highly dependent on nature to meet their basic needs. As the dry season approaches, food conservation becomes a critical concern for households, particularly in regions where agricultural productivity is seasonal. It is worthy of note that the dry season is characterized by low rainfall and high temperatures that can lead to food shortages, increased food prices, and decreased access to nutritious food. To explore the importance of food conservation during the dry season and to provide practical tips on how to conserve food in Nigeria, it is important that a combination of traditional and modern storage methods can be used to suit different food types and electricity access through proper storage techniques for perishable and non-perishable items, as well as preserving food through natural and processing methods. Many people do ask why food conservation is necessary in the country. The answer is that dry season can lead to crop failures, reduced yields, and decreased food availability, making it challenging for households to access nutritious food. To conserve food during the dry season, households can adopt the following practical tips: by storing food in airtight containers to prevent moisture and pests, canning, freezing, or dehydrating. These are highly important for availability of food when there is famine in the society. Importantly, food planning will be of help for individuals to plan meals and make a grocery list to avoid food wastage and plant drought-resistant crops that mature quickly to ensure a steady food supply. It is a well-known fact that food conservation in Nigeria offers benefits like reducing food wastage, improving food security, saving money, creating jobs, preserving nutritional value, and seasonal availability. By extending the shelf life of food through methods like drying, canning, and smoking, it helps ensure a more stable food supply, conserves resources, and provides economic opportunities through the food processing industry. This allows for year-round availability of seasonal foods, reduces food waste and its associated costs, and also helps to maintain the nutritional value of food. To improve food security that will help in its conservation and in order to ensure a steady supply of nutritious food for households, it is necessary to help families to save money. It will also reduce the financial burden of food insecurity among individuals as the dry season approaches. Food conservation becomes a critical concern for households. By adopting these practical tips on food storage, preservation, planning, utilization, and crop diversification, households can ensure a steady supply of nutritious food and reduce waste. Therefore, it is expedient to prioritize food conservation and work towards a food-secure future in Nigeria.
That script on food conservation as the dry season approaches was written by Fumilola Obagbayegun of our Current Affairs Unit and read by Emilia Ojemudia.
Have you heard of that animal that mimics leaves rustle to stay unseen? Let's join Muturayo Ajayi for more.
In the warm forests of Madagascar and across parts of Africa, a small creature moves slowly along a branch. It sways slowly, blending into the leaves, and in a moment, its colors begin to shift. This is the chameleon, one of nature's most extraordinary wonders. Most of us know the chameleon for its color-changing trick, but it's not just for hiding. These colors speak a language of their own. Chameleons change color to show emotions, attract mates, and regulate their body temperature. Their skin contains special cells that reflect light, turning them into living rainbows that can shimmer from calm green to fiery red in seconds. When it's relaxed, it glows with soft greens. When it's angry or threatened, it flashes bright yellows, reds, or deep blues. Every shade carries a message. Stay away, come closer, or I am ready to mate. Color for the chameleon is language. Their eyes, just as remarkable. Each one moves on its own, giving them a complete view of the world around them. When a chameleon spots an insect, both eyes focus sharply, and in a flash its long sticky tongue shoots out, catching its prey faster than the blink of an eye. Built for life in the treetops, chameleons have claw-like feet and gripping tails that help them balance and climb. They move slowly, swaying as they go, mimicking the rustle of leaves to stay unseen. Across Africa, the chameleon carries deeper meaning. In Yoruba folklore, it's seen as a messenger of the gods, patient, wise, and careful. Its slow steps reminds us that life is not a race. In some traditions, people say the chameleon reaches its destination, even if the world runs ahead. It's a creature that moves forward slowly, but never backward. The chameleon reminds us that change is not just about survival. It's beauty, balance, and heart of adapting to life's every color.
That feature on the chameleon was written by an intern from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Osun State, Omobolanle Alimi.
To end the news on the world today from the stable of Radio Nigeria, here again are the day's top stories. A protest has erupted at the National Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party, Wadata Plaza, in Abuja, as supporters of the factional acting national chairman of the party, Muhammad Abdurrahman, stormed the premises. The police headquarters Abuja has deployed its tactical teams with helicopters and drones as part of measures to ensure safety and hitch-free governorship election on the 8th of this month in Anambra State. The newly elected Tanzania President Samia Hassan has been sworn into office for the second term despite the main opposition party, Chadema, which was barred from running, rejected the results. And we also told you that Iran is to resume talks with the United States over its nuclear program.
Well, that's it on the world today. Join us again tomorrow for a fresh edition of the program. Mudupe Toba edited. I am Dayo Adenugas. And thank you for joining us. Have a pleasant day. From my colleague
Olubukola Enimola is my name. Thank you for your time as we link up with our network studio in Abuja for the next program shortly.